What do I do that turns you on that I'm not aware of? Wow.
No!
On camera!
My mom is gonna watch this. Hi, my name is Tshepiso. I am in a relationship with the world's cutest ginger, Samuel, and
We've been friends for 5 years
dated for 2.
and we've been married for 2 months now. Growing up, my parents taught us that don't awaken love until you're ready. And that was something I really followed throughout high school. I didn't get into any relationships and I always decided that I'm only going to date and then marry one person.
We were both in res together. We were in the same res, and we both ran for the RMC, the hawker. That's when we actually officially met.
I was, to be honest, a little bit scared of Tshepi, and in general, she has like a lot of presence, so she's a really strong black woman. So I was both attracted to that and intimidated by her at the same time.
So he was in the environment and outreach portfolio, and I was in the cultural portfolio. And in culture, we had to plan a lot of events, so we'd have to go to shops and stuff all the time. And I didn't have a car, and he was always there to say, "Listen, I'll drive you."
And then we just have really deep, meaningful conversations, and I think we got to know each other and realized that there were certain similarities between us. Because to a certain extent, we're very similar, but very different people at the same time.
I was attracted to Sam's personality before I was attracted to him, the person. And I think that's how we became friends actually, is because of the type of person he is. He is extremely kind, extremely sweet. And I think after we developed that, I actually looked at him one day when I was at Ray's and I was just like, this boy be cute. He's actually really cute.
In the year, we just started spending time together. I ended up being in the same block as her at residence. And then we just chat more again, and I would accidentally forget like a hoodie in her room, go fetch it, and we just chat for 3 hours, and then I'd like legit forget it again.
During that time, something happened between us, and I remember after he left one day, I was like, nah, this is not just a friendship anymore. I'm feeling a vibe, and I actually wanted to like give us some space for us to actually figure out what exactly is this, or am I just alone in this?
I hadn't really planned with Tshepi in particular that she would be the one. She was my best friend for quite a while, and then I just, at one stage, I just thought about her and I was just like, why have I not considered being in a relationship with this person? And then I realized that there was no reason not to. I understand that emotions are a real thing, emotional soul ties are a real thing. And you've got to be careful who you give your heart to. And I think I got to that point where I'm like, this is a person who I can trust with my heart.
He was very honest with me in that he's never dated, and that the first person he's going to date will be his wife. So I was actually honored when he asked me out and he's like, I think this is it for me. When he came to me, I said to him, let's take this slow and let's see where it goes and let's not rush into it. But little do we know, the next week I met his parents and 2 years later he asked me to marry him.
I'd always said my first kiss was always going to be on the day I got married. And I mean, I've been in situations where you would genuinely kiss somebody and then I didn't have the urge to. And with Tshepi, I did slip in that regard. I think for the first time I couldn't help myself, so it was actually after a res event. Then we went out and we were just chatting and stuff, and then we like rubbed noses and stuff like that. We rubbed noses for like an hour, and then yeah.
And I know it sounds cheesy and cliche, but you know how those Disney lights, I was feeling that in that moment because I was so grateful that he could have had anyone else. I mean, Sam and I, we were friends before. He'd come to me and say, listen, I like this girl. I would give him advice. I'm like, no, I think she's, you should go for her, or no, she's not your type. So for him to choose me and to see me as that person that he wanted to have those experiences with, I approached that with so much gratitude, and I was so honored, and I don't know, I was just happy, guys. Now I think he's had practice before, but hey, listen.
Tshepi's a very authentic person. She does wear her heart on her sleeve, but she's true to who she is, and she's strong in who she is. And I think that's just one of my favorite things about her, that I always knew exactly where I stood with her.
This was the first time where I was never unsure whether someone was serious about me. I was never unsure whether he wanted to be with me. I'd never have to worry about him looking at other women. Sam came to me and he's like, I want you, and that is it. And he pursued me in that way relentlessly, and I appreciate that so much, because I've never felt so special. I've never felt more loved by someone.
I've often said to Tshepi how she's been worth the wait, and that's something that I truly feel. I feel like I got everything I needed with her. And I'm glad that I kept my heart for someone who I know I could trust completely and give all of myself to. And that's definitely been worth it. All the years of not having relationships, not falling in love, has been worth it for this person.
So I was worried that, being with a white guy, black people, my people, would think of me as less than. So I would actually be in a space where I'm too black for the white people, but I'm also not black enough for the black people because I'm dating a white guy. So I really did have that internal struggle within myself, but I told myself when we started dating that if there was ever a moment where Sam made me question my blackness, or where I felt like he was being racist, that I would walk away. And I'm so grateful that I've never experienced that, and that Sam is someone who embraced me, embraced who I am, embraced my accent, embraced my blackness. And yeah, he just runs with it, and he's learning. He's not perfect. He also has a lot of things to unlearn, but we're learning it together, and he's been so open-minded, and I appreciate that. I've never had to teach him how to treat a black person, and for me that is everything.
We've had a lot of comments in general, like on social media, about how love is blind, and I think, the opposite of that. I don't think love is blind. I think love sees everything, and that's what love really is. It's learning to see everything and work past it. And I think the connection that we have is, I'm there for you, you're there for me. We on the same team. We're on the same team for life, and we're gonna work through things no matter what.
I told you I'm gonna find you love. I told you. Don't worry. I'm on it. Let me just prep myself now.
Hi. Oh, hi. I'm here to make you... No, man. I can find you love. I can find you love.
All right. Where do you guys need me? Okay.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. My name is Dagmar. I'm the guy that you know, but you don't know from Defining. And I'm here to tell you about something that will change your life. Well, your love life. Are you single?
Oh shit, guys.
Do you cry or suffer well when you watch an episode of Defining Love?
I love you.
Oh shit, got done on. Well, the team and I have just what you're looking for. And no, it's not Korobela for your crush, but it's the all-new Defining show that matches you with the love of your life, whether you know them or not. Trust me.
I'd love to ask you to spend the rest of your life with me.
Hectic.
If you want my help, click on the link in the description box and I could help you find the love of your life. Or just someone to dance with that groove. Either way, I've got you. Let's get matched.
You ready? Where do you feel the most and the least acceptance of us as a mixed couple? Wow! Throw us in the pit.
No, I'm just joking. I think in smaller towns, a lot of times, because Yeah, people are stuck to a certain way of life and they don't believe in deviating from it. So I think the closer we get to bigger cities, that's where we don't feel like we get stared at as much or someone tries to drive us over with a car. Yeah, because that happened in a small town.
Yeah, I agree. I feel exactly the same way. In his hometown, in the beginning, it was a bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Pretoria and in Joburg, I feel like people, it's normal.
Yeah.
No one really cares. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's good.
Oh, what one word would you like to be the theme of our relationship this year?
Ooh, what one word would I like to be the theme? I think growth. I'm expecting a lot of growth. It is our first year of marriage. So I'm expecting a lot of growth and a lot of changes. So yeah, growth. Growth, definitely. And you, like you said, establishment. Elaborate.
It's our first year of marriage. I think really deciding what kind of couple we want to be for the rest of our lives. Obviously, it's going to change as we go along, but
Yeah.
really just establishing who we want to be or discovering that identity as a couple. Describe the moment that you knew I loved you.
You loved me.
Yes.
Sure. I think I knew that you loved me and this was going to be long term in the way that you asked me out, that first initial conversation that we had. So I was sitting in my room and Sam came. We were still like in that awkward phase, like I'm not trying to talk to you because I don't know how you feel and I'm not trying to catch feelings. And then I was sitting and then he literally like turned, pulled the chair and just swung it around. And he said, look, this is the chat. I want to be with you. I want to see where this goes. And I'm looking at it from a marriage perspective. I'm not here to play games. So I think in that moment, that's when I knew. I'm just like, this man is serious. Were you looking for love when we met? No, I wasn't.
Yeah, no.
No, I don't think so. No, we were in totally different places when we met. I was still living my best life.
Were you?
No, I mean, like, but in first year when we met, it was, no.
I think I got into that place where I felt like I was ready
Yeah.
to fall in love and to give myself to somebody.
In first year?
No. When we met.
Yeah.
No, when we met. When we fell in love, yes. My
Yeah.
triple then, obviously.
Yeah.
But no, when we first met, no. What do I do that turns you on that I'm not aware of? Wow.
No!
On camera!
My mom is gonna watch this. Can I plead the fifth? Okay, it's like when I'm sitting and then he's just like, love you so much, and then he's just like,
That was a fail.
And then he just does this thing where like, when we were sitting and then he'll just like put his hand around me and then he'll just like,
I thought you didn't like it when I did that.
No, obviously in this you can't do that, but I like it, it does.
Yeah, you always say that you don't like it when I like hold your head when I kiss you.
No, but you don't kiss me, like you just like, you hold and then you engage.
I
You engage
see.
with me and then you just like, do you ready? Like,
Yeah.
we're ready to go.
You like
I
that,
I like it.
domineering
Yeah, I do.
attitude.
I do. Anyway. Sorry, Mom. Do you think I have changed since we got married?
Yes. No, since we got married. since we started dating, it's changed for the better.
Yeah. Good answer. Nice save.
No, I think since we were married, things haven't changed too much. No.
No, I think things have been pretty much the same. It's just being in each other's space.
You
all the
glow
time.
more, since you got married. What was your biggest concern about introducing me to your family and why?
I think my biggest concern was, I think they would just be like, seriously, Tshepiso, like a white guy. You know, that type of thing that you get and just have that level of you not being able to fit in. I was afraid that you wouldn't be able to fit in with my family because we are crazy, we are loud, we do the most. And it's just different. You've seen how
Yeah.
you know, we are with family. So I just thought you wouldn't fit into that, and I was afraid that if you didn't fit into that, because I'm such a family-orientated person, I would have
It
to.
would be a problem,
It would be a problem, and I'd have to like cut it. Yeah. For you, then was it a problem?
No, I think when I told my mom the first time, she
Yeah.
was super excited. She
Yeah.
thought you were gorgeous. So actually the first time is when I went home and I put my phone on the table and I was like, yeah, you know Tshepiso, because I've told my mom about Tshepi a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I had before that, and I'd spoken about how I love who she is as a person and the depth that she has. And then I put the phone on the table and I'm like, yeah, you know Tshepiso, yeah, so we're more than just friends now. So yeah, no, my parents loved it. I think it's been interesting.
Yeah.
The Lobola negotiations were interesting.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Sam here. So today we are having Lobola negotiations. I am really excited. I'm also quite nervous because I do know that Tshepi is worth a lot. But to help me out, I have a really awesome delegation. Dear Tshepi, aka my wife. You're everything that I never knew I needed, and I believe that God had a plan in preparing our hearts for one another. I'd always dreamed of writing an incredible life story for myself and had someone fit into my story and support me, but you changed all of that. I honestly wouldn't mind being the support in your story. And now I'm so blessed that it is now our story and that I have you as a partner for the rest of my life. At a stage I honestly didn't believe or I didn't think that I would find somebody who would just love me for me, someone who would not just accept but love my flaws. You showed me that I could be loved and that I didn't have to always rely on myself. You are now my safe space. Every day I feel like I made the right decision to choose you as my person for the rest of my life. There is no one else who I'd rather love completely and unconditionally for the rest of my life. You deserve so much love, and I get to be that person who gives you love. I could look at you all day, every day, and not get enough. You are more than enough, and I love you.
Dear Sam, thank you for showing me what love looks like. Before I met you, I don't think I could definitively describe what love looks like in its purest form. You have given me freedom by expanding my capacity to love beyond myself and hope that fairy tales do indeed exist. I approach the love between us with so much gratitude because I know in my heart that this type of love only comes around once in a lifetime. I thank God for you because you have exceeded all my expectations, and because of you and who you are, I will never in this lifetime settle for anything less than what you give me. My prayer for us is that our love spans over generations, that our children and our grandchildren and those that follow after them seek and find what I feel when I look at you. A love that overflows, overwhelms, fills and inspires me to be the best version of myself because of you. You deserve it all, my love. I love you so much more than you'll ever know, and I honestly cannot put it all into words. It's me and you forever, babe.
How I have to beat me at everything. Oh. Cool.
Ooh. Now the tears are not going to stop. Okay. Okay. Good. You guys are like the worst.
Thank you so much for watching our episode of Defining Love. You can catch us on all the socials basically.
Yeah.
We have a YouTube channel, Sam and Tshepi, and then I am on Instagram and Twitter as @Sam_Varrie.
And I am on both those platforms at Tshepi_Varrie. Yes.
Important part.
But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel down below. We are going to 50K people.
Woo! How much cheese off from smiling? Hold on, that was good.
Thank you. I must tell you more. Though.
You should. They all caught that on camera. I'll let it.
My ring? Then my sparkles, yes.